And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And, Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Westbrook in a point guard. Here's Williams. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
I'll tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving, no doubt whatsoever.
And he makes that one.
Well, there's an accuracy and an assertiveness to Gordon Hayward. So good at getting to the mid-range game.
Westbrook passes to Zubats. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Ball. The pass to Williams. Here's Rozier. The kick out to Ball. From outside, off the mark. Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Kawhi Leonard has built that three-point game now to add to the mid-range and the ability to draw contact. Now you got to guard him everywhere.
Now, here's Rozier. Now, Ball over Westbrook. Ball with the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And here's Leonard from 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form. Makes it look easy right there.
Rozier against George. Pass to Washington. Hayward looking over the floor. Just 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Rozier. They get it again. Here's Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
That one is off. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
And it's Leonard again missing. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. Shoots from 8. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Gordon Hayward is a special talent. This guy has got size and speed and handle, and that's a nightmare for a defender.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And the Hornets making a change here. Richards is checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Plumlee comes in for Ivica Zubats. And Norman Powell subbed in for Marcus Morris. Hayward kicks the ball from the arc. Plumlee with the rebound. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got 10 points.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Rozier looking around. The Hornets now working with the new shot clock.
2 minutes.
Here's Richards. And finally, that one's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Westbrook, here we go. And he gets it to go.
I'll tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
Richards passes to Hayward. They get a hand on it. George with the ball. Now defended by Hayward. Here's Plumlee. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his third assist on the night. Hornets trail by 9. Ball, the pass to Hayward. And here is Ball. Here's Rozier. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Martin's checked in for Washington. Oubre comes in for Rozier. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ball. Martin off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Pass to Powell. Here's Batum. Defended by Hayward. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Plumlee. Los Angeles with another miss. Hornets trail by 10. Oubre outside. Headshot off. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Batum. Gordon is out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. Doors for an opportunity knocked in the 2021 playoffs. Terrence Mann was ready to go.
He was, Kevin, and that's not the first time this has happened where an injured teammate meant the team looked to him a little bit more, and he did not waste his opportunity. He scored with a ton of enthusiasm, has a very impressive motor.
Highland passes to Batum, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
This guy's so clever at getting defenders to fight. Nicholas Batum draws the contact. What's interesting to me is when somebody takes a buyout, that typically means they're close to done. That is not the case with Nick Batum. He got bought out of Charlotte in 2020, and he's still a very good basketball player.
Talking about Batum, that buyout doors seem to really rejuvenate him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. He moves to L.A., and we know everyone loves playing in that city. All of Batum's numbers went way up, and you have to wonder, maybe that buyout refocused Nick.
Now, here's Ball. For 3, Oubre. Here's Williams. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
George with the bucket.
Size and strength. Paul George has both, and you love his willingness to play through contact.
Ball kicks to Oubre. Pass to Rozier. And here is Ball. Another shot. And it's Washington missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
George passes to Gordon. From past the arc. And George is good for three. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I always feel like when Paul George rises and fires from three, he believes it's going down. Great confidence behind that three-point shot.
Now, here's Ball. No good from 11 feet. Eric Gordon on the wing. Rozier defending. And here's George for three. And another three for the Clippers.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Rozier against Gordon. Ball, the bounce pass. Here's Washington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
If there's been a glaring weakness for the Charlotte Hornets these past several seasons, they clearly are not a good enough defensive team. And I mean that both in the painted area and with their perimeter guard play on the defensive end.
And the Hornets making a change here. Book Knight's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Robert Covington. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Eric Gordon.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Williams finds Rozier. And again, the Hornets missing. And Doris with a strong post presence. Could the Hornets have been a playoff team?
Well, I think it's a foundational piece to any championship level defense. Most of the best defenses begin by taking away the painted area and easy shots and build outward, Kevin. So for me, it's more than just individual parts. You have to add in mentality and commitment and defensive principles that are built from the coach on through the personnel.
Here's Oubre. The Clippers getting the bucket. Charlotte moving it around. There's the pass to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Zubac. It's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Washington. Norman Powell's checked in for the Clippers. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And it's the Clippers ball. They're on a 15-3 run. And there's the drive. That one good for 2. Powell's got his first 2 points.
Put it on the deck, get by the defender. Norman Powell on the dribble drive. Okay, I see you.
Williams against Zubac.
2 minutes.
The kick out to Rozier.
2 minutes.
George against Oubre. Just 4 to shoot. Shot from 16. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got 6. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
Timeout,
And that
Charlotte.
rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Some changes for Charlotte. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Williams. Cody Martin comes in for Oubre, and Smith subbed in for Rozier. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Leonard, he's checked in for George.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Kawhi understands that the team relies on him for consistent productivity.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
At the line, 1 shot.
You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community?
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
Now, here's Leonard. He's got 19. They grab their own miss. Jacks up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 3rd assist on the night. Charlotte has got nothing but zeros from long range in the 2nd quarter. 0 of 4. And again, the Hornets missing. Powell against Smith. Powell kicks to Morris. That's tipped.
Boy, how about the hustle from Marcus Morris getting into the space of the shooter? That's nice.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with 22 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
Their effort on the glass, absolutely key to setting the tone. They wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they wanted to dominate on both ends. A really terrific performance.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
I know it's not the case, but it seemed like they were lacking on the offensive game plan. Maybe some guys were improvising when they should have been making the next pass, but hey, not looking good out there.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Let's get on our feet.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
The forwards are Hayward and Washington. The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. And it's Williams at the 5 patrolling the paint. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Westbrook.
They get Russell Westbrook.
Personal
So
foul.
many electric players in this NBA, Doris. But do you think LaMelo Ball is as exciting as any?
He is at the top of the list, but that list is long. Think about a Ja Morant. Think about an Anthony Edwards. The league is in good hands for decades to come. Well, what we know is LaMelo Ball is so young, but already an all-star. The future bright with a guy who can pass it and shoot it as consistently as he can.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And, guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball with it. Leonard picks him up. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
It's Hornets ball.
Washington kicks to Rozier. Charlotte moving it around. Pass the ball. Now, here's Rozier. Offline with his three. Hayward against Morris. Leonard on the wing. He's got 22. There's the three. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 6. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. Oubre's checked in for Charlotte. And then for the Clippers, Plumlee is checked in for Zubats. And it's Batum in for Morris. To the middle. Washington passes to Rozier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, the strength of Kawhi Leonard's game is in the painted area. He is so consistent as a finisher.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this junction.
LA's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. You know, Hornets fans, Doris, are excited to see what LaMelo Ball can do for the franchise.
Well, Kevin, there is no doubt this young man is a special talent. You look no farther than his passing ability, the flair, the vision, the fearlessness. Certainly an easy guy to play with. Now the question becomes, can you start to build the talented pieces around him?
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Rozier with the ball. Now guarded by Plumlee. And the basket by Rozier.
Terry Rozier in amongst the trees. Gets that one to go.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's Williams. And he gets the bucket. Williams has got 9.
What a find. The vision of Rozier really coming along nicely.
Leonard, he gets it in there.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
George looking around. The 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And it's good for 2. And now that's 35 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, the defense always so attentive to Russ, and he knows, okay, you're going to send defensive attention my way. I will find an open teammate.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
But Kawhi Leonard's strength through contact, one of the real problems you've got to deal with as a defender.
Ball up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Shoots from 12. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 6 points in the quarter. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Ball kicks to Oubre. Back to Ball. Pass to Rozier. A three-pointer, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
On the wing, George. Outside, Leonard. Westbrook passes to Plumlee. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 39.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Los Angeles on top, just dominating this one. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at Los Angeles. On court spots are the deadly George and Leonard. Then it's Robert Covington, and there's Gordon, and it's Highland in at point.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Here's Bouknight. His three-pointers off the mark. Left side, Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Passes it to Bouknight. Back to Smith. The shot. Offensive rebound. Richards. A beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Here's Bouknight. Here's Thor. Tries yet again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Here's Highland, covered by Smith. Here's Covington. That shot missing. And the Hornets now going the other way. Here's Bouknight. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 43 points.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
The pass to Martin. Now here's Bouknight. And the layup is good. Bouknight's got his first points of the game. Clippers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
Hornets have to be very careful when you're guarding Gordon. He's adept at putting pressure on the defense.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Leonard. Mann subbed in for George. Out to the right wing. Now here's Bouknight. Guarded closely. Over to the wing. A second chance effort. Good D by Covington. Gordon against Martin. And the basket by Gordon.
Assisted by Bones Highland.
Smith with it. Pass to Bouknight. This one for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Pass to Morris. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Smith the pass to Bouknight. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Thor. Poked loose.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Richards passes to Thor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Robert Covington. Second personal foul. First team foul.
No good on that one. And the Clippers making a change here.
The line for your Hornets. J.T. Thor.
And he can't hit the second. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Batum, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Richards.
One of the things I admire most about Nick Batum is how consistently he gives effort through 48 minutes. Plays with his head in the game and giving his all-out effort every play.
Both free throws good from Batum. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Here's Melodon. Passes it to Thor. 2 points. That one goes.
Thor.
Here's Mann. Inside. Batum, good.
I tell you, that's a big-time finish. Nick Batum goes up strong and with authority and won't be denied.
Now the pass to McGowan. Fires at the elbow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the paint, here's Gordon. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Boy, just good heads-up play by Batum. Spots the open man, but delivers it on time and on target.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Leonard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Martin. Pass to Thor. Now here's Melodon. Defended by Batum. 4 on the shot clock. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Highland's checked in.
Bones Highland.
On defense, the Hornets got a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Here's Coffee. Buries it down low.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Pass to Maladon. Here's McGowan's. So the Clippers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.